Yeah, my name is Gabe Zollner. Congress is spending an awful lot of time now trying to figure out, as are many governors, trying to figure out how to control the Americans' access to their Second Amendment rights. And what I think should happen is Congress needs to focus on a whole lot of other issues that are much, much more important than taking away our Second Amendment rights. Congress needs to ask the administration about the $1.6 billion of ammunition that the Department of Homeland Security has purchased and acquired. They also need to ask about the additional 21 million rounds of ammunition that they've required. And the simple fact that they're hollow points, .357 caliber and .40 caliber, that caliber is used for one purpose, and it's killing people. Hollow points are to kill people. They're not for target practice. You don't use hollow points for target practice. Congress also needs to take a look and ask the administration if there's any truth to the rumors that the administration by Obama had asked top brass if in fact, if ordered, would they shoot on American citizens. Congress also needs to determine as to whether or not there's any truth to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of triple-size plastic disposable coffins that are stackable or scattered throughout the United States. We also need to get some kind of answer as to whether or not there are internment camps scattered throughout the United States. Congress also needs to try to determine why DHS needs 2,700 plus light armored vehicles. Congress also needs to determine how is it possible that Obama is able to vaporize citizens in other countries. I mean, we're not at a war with Pakistan, yet Obama launches, or he orders Hellfire missiles to obliterate and vaporize targets that he and whomever else feels need to be obliterated. There are so many questions that have to be asked. Congress needs to determine why Obama wasn't impeached for having launched his own little war into Libya to help depose of Gaddafi. Congress also needs to determine and understand if they've authorized the training for military insurgents in Syria, recognizing that a large percentage of those military insurgents are in fact Al-Qaeda. I mean, this is how Vietnam started, you know? Anyway, there's so many questions that Congress should focus in on. Congress might also want to try to determine why Obama was allowed to give $450 million of taxpayer money to Egypt, along with the 20 F-16s, the weaponry that goes with those F-16s, the 200 Bradley fighting machine tanks, the weaponry that goes along with those tanks. I'm sure it amounts to billions of dollars. I mean, giving it to a country that's unstable the way Egypt is I think, somewhat insane. So there's a lot that Congress needs to focus in on. Congress needs to understand why Obamacare is still part of what's going on in this country when the Senate cannot impose a tax. Judge Roberts said that Obamacare can stand because it is a tax. A tax can only initiate in House of Representatives. So there's a lot to keep Congress busy without worrying about our Second Amendment rights. Congress also needs to do a thorough investigation into Benghazi. Were there 20 survivors? Were there 25 survivors? Were there 17 survivors? How many survivors were there? How come no one spoke on these survivors except for John Kerry and Hillary Clinton? They each said that they spoke to one. Hillary said she spoke to one. Kerry said that he visited one. There are so many unanswered questions that Congress needs to get answers for. So get off the gun kick. Get on these other issues. They're critical to the safety of the American people. And McCain, Senator McCain, for you to say that Obama hasn't committed any impeachable offenses, I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is you don't know.